Welcome to another episode of our full stack development series. This tutorial is part of our inventory management system series where we are building a complete Node.js Express and PostgreSQL application from scratch. So, what we have covered so far: setting up a scalable MVC project structure, and next the configuring PostgreSQL and the connecting it to the Next.js, creating and migrating database tables using the next migration, and seeding sample data into the database. So you can find the link of this previous video in the upper right corner, and you can also find the link of the full playlist in the top right corner. And today what we'll learn, today we'll learn the logging with Winston, learn how to implement structure logging to track application events, error, and debugging information efficiently. So if you see the project structure here, inside the helper, we have this logger.js, custom logger to log request and the errors. So we'll use that file. Also, we'll learn a database event listener, set up event listener to monitor and react to changes in the database, ensuring the real-time logging and insights. By the end of this video, we will have a deeper understanding how to enhance observability in your application with proper logging and event handling. So let's get started. So I'll go to our project. So whatever developed so far, I already pushed into the Git repository, and you will find the repository link in the description section. Next, I will open the logger in the helper directory. So inside SRC, we have the helpers directory and logger.js. We don't have any code right now. So we'll need the Winston library to install to work with the logger. So first I will install this npm I Winston. You can see it's added in our project. Next, I will import some of the required models like the FS path and the Winston, whatever. So Winston we recently installed. The FS file system module is used to work with the file system. Path I will use for the files and the directory. Here all the logs I will be putting into a file app.log located inside the logs directory. For that, I will first ensure that the logs directory is present. Ensure the log directory exists. Next, I will get the logs directory. So I will put it // here. And next, if it's not exist, then I will create this directory. Next, I will create a Winston logger that logs to the console and the file. For that, I will use the Winston.create logger, and I will put the level info. Here I define the logging level info, and format I will change. Format I will use the combine format. So winston.format.combine. Here for each log for each log entry, I will add the timestamp, and next I will add the message format. Uses the string format, not the JSON format. So windows.format.printf. Here I will print the timestamp, next the level, and next message. Level I will put in the third bracket, and I will make it to the uppercase. Next I will close this thing. So here I customize the log format. You can see here I put the timestamp, also the how it will print to the console or the file. Next I will define the log transports, means the where the logs are sent. So I want to send it to the console and to the file. So here I will write transports, and transport will have the console and next to the file. Next task is the export the logger. So here I exports the logger instance so it can be used in the other parts of the application. Next I will go to the entry file of our project, which is the bin www, and here I will import the logger. So here const logger, I will log it from dot slash src slash helper slash logger. And next I will use it whenever I am logging. So on error we have the log. Whenever any error occurs, I will log it. Logger dot error in the server by this way. And next we'll have this on listening. Whenever server will start, it will log these things. Instead of debug, I will not use the debug. Here I will use the logger.info and listening on bind. Debug, I don't need this. Next I'll go to the app.js, and here I'll check what is not necessary right now. So here we have this logger Morgan will not use, and the index router, user router will not use right now, and also the view engine setup not use. Next we'll try to start the server. So we can start the server using the node mon. So if you want to start the server in the watch mode, that is whenever there is change in the file, the server automatically restart. So you can use the node mon. Here we are using the node, but here you can change it to the node mon, and we need to install it. So the command is the npm I nodemon. Nodemon is installed. Next we will start the server in the debug mode. So here you can configure it. So you can create a JSON file using the Node.js. And next you have to from the drag down, you have to choose the run script start, and next you can click on the start debugging. You can debug it, you can start the debugging, and you can also add a breakpoint here. So in the app.js you can add breakpoint here so that you can track it. So here I am clicking to add the breakpoint. So here you can see it's run, the debugger is attached, and here it started the application node.bin www, and here we have this breakpoint, that's why it stopped here. And next we can step over to the next step, the app.use, and here the logger actually we commented we don't need this Morgan logger, so we'll comment it out here. And here you can see I changed the file, it automatically restart the server. Next we'll go to, by using the debug you can debug line by line where we have this issue. So here you can see we have this, and next we'll enter here the http. Next it's importing the logger imported, and next it's app.set create server app.listen, and it's listening. And if we go to the next line, you can see the Winston logger logged this file, and we can also check into our log file whether it's logged or not. So if I go to the logs log.js, you can see the timestamp, it's info, and it's listening on the port 3000. So Winston logger is working as expected. Next thing, I will add the database event listener, set up event listener to monitor and react to the changes in the database, ensuring the real-time logging and insight. So I'll close them all. And next I'll stop the debug. For this, I'll go to the inside the database and the connection.js. Here I will take the next for const next equal to require next. And next I need the next config from the next file, and next we need the event emitter. event emitter from the events. So here I take the event emitter, Node.js built-in modules, events that allows us to create and listen to the custom events. Next, I'll take the logger. So I'll take the logger from the Winston logger. So it will be dot dot slash src helper logger. Next, I will have the event emitter for the database event. Event emitter for database events. For this, I will take the class database emitter, extend event emitter. It will create the custom event emitters class that inherits from the event emitter, allows us to emit and the listen for the database related event. Next, const db emitter equal to new database emitter. Just creating the instance. Next, I have to initialize the next with the selected environment configuration. To create a next instance, const db equal to next config process.env.node environment. And if any node environment is not provided, then I will put the development. Next, I will handle the database disconnection events. So handle database disconnection. So for this, I will listen for the database connection pool destructions event. So db.client dot pool dot on destroy, and I will log this error, the database connection destroyed, and I will emit this event, the disconnected. Next, I will export the module database events and the event emitter and the database instance. So module dot exports db and the db emitter. Next, we will register the connector for different events in our entry file www. So here first we will import this connection. So const db emitter from the src helper db emitter from this connection, from the dot dot slash database slash connection. And next we will listen for the database connection events. Here we can put this emitting for the listen for database connection. Now first we can listen for the database connection. So db emitter dot on connected. And we will put the logger.info. This is the event. So I'll put the event database connected. And next we'll have the db emitter.disconnected. So here we'll have the database disconnected and we'll have the error. So on the error, we'll print the error, the event database error and the error. So let's check this is working as expected or not. So I'll debug this. and I will put one breakpoint here. So next here it's stopped, and next if I go to continue, it should go to the www file and next breakpoint. So here it's break, it's not able to find the .next file. It should be from the connection.js. So let me put the breakpoint here and restart. And next go to line by line. You are good with app.js. Next logger, we are good. Next it will go to the next, and here next imported successfully, the next config. Let's check where we have this next file in the current directory, so it will have the /next file. So go to next. We are good with the next file also, the event emitter, logger, db emitter, the create new db instance. We are good. We are good with this file also, the connection.js. And next it will go to the create server.listen port on listening. To test the database connection, let's add a test connection script in the connection.js. So test connection. First stop the debug. Next add the test connection, and here add the select just one as a result, and database connection established or the failed, this one. And let's start the server. Next we'll go to the connection here, line by line, logger imported, submitted, and it's listening. So you can see it's listening on the port. Next it goes to the database connection, and next if I continue, and here you can see the connection is established. So if I go and check the log, here we have this connection established. I hope you find this tutorial helpful in understanding logging with Winston and database event listener in a Node.js and Postgres application. Implementing structured logging and monitoring database events is crucial for maintaining a scalable, secure, and the well debugging backend system. So the key takeaways from this video: how to integrate Winston for efficient logging, setting up different log levels for better debugging, using database event listener to track changes in the real time, and enhancing observability and error handling in your application. In the upcoming videos, we will dive deeper into other essential backend features, including the advanced database queries, authentication, and the API optimization. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like this video to support the channel, comment your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear your feedback, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episodes. So stay tuned for more in-depth tutorial. See you in the next one. Thank you.